lamentable day. Oh, my head aches, it beats as it would break into 20 pieces. My fairest Lady Juliet, a rose in the garden of pitiful thorns I wander through each morn. Thou art taken from me, and my grief is laid bare for all to see. I had been Juliet's nurse. My Lady Capulet had never been fond of children and thought babies a meddlesome diversion, a mere foible and hindrance upon the daughters of Eve. Angelica, she said to me one fine summer's morn, here, take the child and bring her up as you wish. I have done my duty, I have given this newborn life, and now it is your turn to do your duty. I cannot bear the thought of bringing the creature up myself, and nor can her father. So you must become her token mother. For I do trust thee, and why should I not? Juliet was a beautiful baby. We would sit in the golden fields of Verona, and she would listen while I sang her lullabies and told her stories of the heroes of ancient Greece. She was joyous and transfixed listening to my stories. She was a beautiful child, and I could not understand why my Lady Capulet would turn from such an angel. But her inconvenience was my blessing. My love for Juliet grew with each passing day. But my lover, the Lady Pamela, grew jealous. You think more of that child than you think of me, she cried one evening. But I love you, and I love our child. She is not my child and never will be a child of mine, she cried, fire in her eyes, a mask of fear and hatred, a pox on our union of body and soul. Pamela met a travelling tarot reader, Katrina, a Gothic creature who meddled in the black arts. Eventually, they left together for Paris. I never saw Pamela again. I missed her. I missed her warmth and her sense of humour. I do not know why she so hated the fair Juliet. And so the years passed. I became lame with the vapours and weak blood. But Juliet was growing into a beautiful child. To love and to cherish one so fair was my cross to bear. I could see she would grow into a fine person and become an honourable lady of the House of Capulet. And so it came to pass that she met the boy Romeo from the other family. A family I cannot bear to acknowledge even in this my darkest and loneliest hour. She told me that she was in love with the boy Romeo and she wanted me to share her joy. But this I could not share, not fully. For I knew it was the devil's game they were playing. I told her that if she listened long enough, she would hear the forsaken angels crying, for it was wrong, it was forbidden. But she said I was just being foolish. She said that their love would never end, that they had sworn vows to each other and had consummated their love in the presence of God, that all would be fine and just. She trusted me with this tryst because she knew that the House of Capulet would never agree to such an ungodly liaison. The boy Romeo was indeed a handsome lad, sturdy and muscular stock, with the bluest eyes you have ever seen. And it was clear that he was besotted with my charge, and heaven cried that I felt the pangs of green eye. For he had stolen my child, for I felt that Juliet was and always would be my child. But he could take her from me, and I knew that I was powerless. Love between two souls is so much stronger than hate. They met under a treacherous moon and cold clouds. But then things changed. You know the story well, it has been told many times, becoming a myth of doomed love, confusion and shared grief. That they could not live without each other was clear. They lay together in death as they had lain together in life. My Lady Capulet, Juliet's mother, lived the rest of her life in solitude, talking with invisible demons, her mind wrapped in the horrors and confusion. They say that she died of her own tempers and eventually by her own hand. And so the families met in mutual grief, realising that their rivalry and bloodlust had brought them to all this. But the fair Juliet, the light of my life had been extinguished. I never would see that smile or those dancing eyes ever again. Now, I live in quiet contemplation in the nunnery of St. Gertrude. The nuns are very kind. They give me shelter and food. But what they cannot offer me is solace. They listen when I talk of my Juliet and her Romeo, for I never tire of telling the story. Now, I am tired. I would rest. Oh, fie. My old bones do ache. But what a jaunt I have had.